Hello, and welcome to Deadlines, Nannies, and Other 3 a.m. Thoughts. My name is Trisha Rutherford, Chief Operating Officer at Skylight Financial Group. Throughout this series, we strive to relate, educate, and empower through real conversations with everyday successful women when it comes to finances. As a busy working mother myself, I understand firsthand the 24/7 balancing act that leaves many women in this position feeling like they're not crossing enough off their to-do list at the end of each day. When it comes to their children, jobs, homes, and significant others, let alone the items that may need attention, the financial aspect of their lives, you're not alone. Sometimes it's just about making sure you have the right team surrounding you, and that's where we come in. Listen on and learn more from Amy Fox, partner and financial planner at Skylight Financial Group.
Guilt. We all have it. We didn't choose it, and sometimes we can't get rid of it. We have mom guilt for the decisions we make as working women, trying to fulfill our own purpose and soul needs in this world. We have guilt over how we're raising our children and the choices we toggle between. We may have made peace with the necessity of childcare, but it still hurts when somebody says something like, "Oh, you work full-time? What about your children? Why don't you just quit your job or just work part-time?" Sometimes we get angry when we hear this, but then we just feel guilty again. We have emotional guilt for what we're able or unable to contribute to our marriages and our close relationships. We even feel guilty when we're tired from working all day and don't have the energy to address a family crisis or dispute in the way we think it should be done. And last, we have financial guilt, no matter what we do or refrain from doing. Perhaps you overindulge your children as a trade-off for working, because you think you don't give them enough physical time and attention. Or maybe you worry about overcompensating, so you don't allow yourself to indulge your children every once in a while, or celebrate your own success. Maybe, deep down, we're intimidated by all the numbers involved in managing our money. Perhaps financial terms are like a foreign language. What's a FICO score, or a defined contribution plan? Before you start feeling guilty about this too, you need to know that many women are in the same boat. Unless you majored in finance or have a love for financial projections, you're probably not familiar with financial lingo or even how to calculate capital gains as an example. Actually, instead of feeling guilty, consider getting angry, because none of us got a good basic financial education in school. Why aren't we taught how to balance a checking account in grade school? Why don't we learn how to set up a budget or figure out a mortgage payment in high school? Shouldn't every young adult get a primer on the basics of investing? It's our responsibility to make these choices in our retirement plans, isn't it? Why is it okay for women and girls not to understand what can be accomplished with numbers? Worse yet, the thought that women don't care about the finances. If I had $1 for every time over the last 20 years a male has told me his wife isn't interested in the financial decisions of their household, I might be retired. Now, before I go off on a tangent of creating financial education for our kids, let's stop and think about ourselves. Perhaps your financial guilt comes from not speaking up. Does your spouse think you are not interested? I bet you have some opinions on that. We shouldn't have to carry the burden of all this guilt by ourselves. Seriously, we're carrying enough as it is. You know how you share your mom guilt with other women more so than with your spouse? Why? Because they understand. You don't have to explain it. What if you had someone, say a financial professional, to share your financial guilt with? I can't eliminate your mom guilt. I can commiserate with you. I can share my own mom guilt and tell you that I see you, I hear you, and I understand. However, I can help you eliminate your financial guilt. I can empower you to speak up, make educated decisions about what you're doing with your money as a tool, and I can help you make a plan for handling your financial present and your financial future. When you put yourself in a position to make educated decisions, you no longer have to second guess or feel guilty about what you don't know. You can ask for help when you need it. You can have a flexible plan to get you through whatever life throws at you with a long-term professional relationship. Are you ready to cross financial guilt off your list? Take the next step and connect with us. You don't have to do this alone.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Deadlines, Nannies, and Other 3 a.m. Thoughts. You know what's funny about guilt? Some of us need permission to eliminate it, and some of us will never get rid of it. Execution on purposeful decisions is a tool in all of our tool belts. Reach out today to see if we'd be a good fit for your team by visiting the link below.